Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about a horror movie that I absolutely love, and it's American Psycho. This movie I have seen every October. I love this movie to death. I've seen it maybe about 6 times already throughout the years. This movie, it's one of those movies where it just makes you wonder. It makes you just just really study the main character of this movie. So we follow the story of a guy named Patrick Bateman. It's like right off the bat, it's like we know this guy sucks. He's spoiled, he's rich, he treats everyone like crap. He is cheating on his fiance, that's also cheating on him. And he works in a high-end company. He's just a jerk in general. It's all about his ego for him. Yeah, he's one of those characters. But we realize that he's also a serial killer, and that is what makes him scary because he has all this power and he's able to get away with his crimes. But that's where the movie really starts to mess with our heads. So, Patrick Bateman is a sick guy. So right off the bat, we know he's sick. Like, he draws pictures of killings, like people. He attempts to kill two people in the movie, but he just doesn't do it. And there's this crazy theory online. Like, there's many theories online that fans think that either it was all in his head, all the murders, or some were real and some weren't real. Which is really interesting. I like that about the movie because again, it does make you wonder. And there's another theory that really freaked me out because toward the end of the movie, there's a part where he's talking to this, I was like, lady, and he goes over to to an apartment because he had killed someone that owned the apartment, and I guess he came by to check it out. And he also, I think, had other bodies in there too, because I guess he wanted another place to store them because his apartment would have been a major crime scene. Then he stumbles upon this older lady, and she is selling the apartment, and he's confused because it's really cleaned out, and knowing the evidence he left behind doesn't make any sense. He speaks to the lady, and for some reason, she's a bit distant with him, and she's telling him to leave. But it comes off like weird, and fans have their own theory with this. This was cool. I will admit, I did like this theory. Fans think some of the elites are kind of aware of what Patrick is, what he does, and they covered up his crimes. That is really horrible to think about because it sounds like Patrick does have power because his dad, I think, owns the company he works at, which means his dad's in charge of a lot of people over there. Maybe his dad has so much power that we don't even know about, and maybe he had her cover up his crimes. It's one of those movies, again, it just makes you wonder, did that happen? Or was that murder in his head? Because it's also implied that the guy that he killed that owned the apartment was actually still alive. So it's interesting. It's one of those movies that you really have to study. And every time I watch this movie, I'm really focusing on what is real and what isn't real. I'm trying to figure it out. I think I have an idea which kills could be real, but there are also some that I'm like, okay, it's obvious these are not real. But at the same time, maybe some of them are not. I think maybe the majority of them can even be real. It's one of those movies, and I really like it for that reason. It's just, I love movies that just make you figure it out like on your own. It's up to you to decide what is real and what isn't real. And yeah, at the end of the movie too, Patrick Bateman says it himself. Like he actually confesses to his crimes to somebody at the end of the movie, but he isn't believed. And this does freak him out a little bit. Toward the end of the movie, he even admits it, that this confession means nothing, which kind of implies that he might even continue. And he's aware he's sick too. He even says it himself. And that's scary because I think Patrick finds out toward the end of the movie that he knows that he cannot stop what he's doing. He's evil. He's aware of that, and he will never stop. And it makes you wonder, was everything in his head? And it's sad in a way because these people that he's surrounded by, they're all so full of themselves because of their egos. And I don't think any of them would even take him seriously if he confessed it. And that's to his crime. That's insane to think about. It's really scary too. But I do like the theory of his dad knowing about him, and that's really scary to me to think about. Also in the book, he also had a brother. I'm curious if the brother knew about him in a way, but it's never implied. But in the movie, I think his brother was off screen. So yeah, I think that was, I'm trying to remember. I think he did mention his brother briefly, but I think it was just very, but it was off screen though. He was off screen. But yeah, this movie is one of those movies that just makes you wonder, like, did he do all this or is it all in his head? That's why I really like this movie so much. I love it when horror movies do stuff like that, experiments like that. It makes me so like immersed in the movie. And Patrick Bateman's character is so fascinating. Even though he is scary, he is fascinating to watch because he's just a jerk, but is he? I mean, again, maybe he's just a jerk, not a monster, but maybe he's both. Again, it makes you wonder. It's one of those movies. That's why I love American Psycho. It's one of the best horror movies made, in my opinion. There is going to be a remake coming out on it, but I have hope it's going to be good because the person who directed it also made the like remake to Suspiria. That movie is going to be a future video for sure. I love to talk about the remake to Suspiria. I love that movie to death. It's one of my most favorite horror films, like favorite remakes in general. And I have hope that he's gonna do a good job with the remake to American Psycho. I just hope he doesn't, I guess, like overdo I guess like what the original stood for when it came to making you wonder. Hopefully he does a good job with that, but I think he will because he did a really good job with the remake to Suspiria when it came to the psychological stuff. So I think he'll do a good job with this remake. But yeah, people are pretty upset about it too, which I understand. The original is too good to remake, so that's why I'm like, hmm. So I guess we'll see, right, guys? I mean, hopefully it'll be good. I'm not sure when it's coming out. There hasn't even been any announcement. It just got announced, that was it. But I guess we'll find out what happens with that remake. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. I love this movie. It's really good. I highly recommend that you guys check it out. I'm sure, yeah, but it's like if you can't stand gore or whatever, I totally get it. This movie's very violent, pretty graphic. I actually have seen the director's cut 6 times. That's the movie it's bad. It's really brutal. The book's worse. I'm gonna do a separate video on that in the near future, but the book is worse, trust me. It's really graphic compared to the movie. So, okay guys, that's it for today. I will be talking about another movie, video game. I'll see. Again, this is like nothing but horror topics I like to talk about on this channel, so I guess that's it guys. Peace out.